Hey everyone, it's your girl Nicole Mosely, aka Operation Hot Mama, and I am just wrapping up an awesome weekend with my husband, which brings me to the point of this video. Is quantity better than quality time with your spouse? I'll say that again. Is quantity or quality time better with your spouse? Quantity in the standpoint of, you can go on an 8-hour date or 4-hour date, or you guys are together for the whole weekend, and you can equate that to the amount of time spent versus quality time, which doesn't necessarily mean that you have a lot of time, but then that time you make the most out of, the time that you have with one another. So you could only have like an hour or two to go on a date and then come back. But while you're on a date, there's quality. You're in tune with one another. You're getting along. You're laughing. You're joking. You're smiling. And the reason why I bring this up is because this past weekend my daughter was at her grandparents' house and we were without kid for the weekend, and so we had quality, or I said quantity, on our side because we had the whole weekend, but in all actuality we still had things to get done on our honey-do list for the weekend. So the amount of time we actually spent together was more quality time than anything, and it really struck a chord with me at the beginning of the weekend when we went on this 5+ mile run, and within the hour it felt like we had been together for like 5 or 6 hours because we were so in tune with one another. We were encouraging one another. We were running side by side with one another, and we were getting natural vitamin D by being outside, and we were really having Bible study together, and just having good quality conversation with each other and talking about our future. And in that hour, I would say we had such an encounter with one another that couldn't have taken place through 40 hours of us being together. And so sometimes quantity is better than quality, but more often than other, quality is better than quantity. Because if you have children and you're working and you have a household and all those various things, sometimes it can be hard to have quantity. You could just get quality. And so you got to make the most out of time that you have. And so I'm not quite sure what the answer is for that question. It's really up to you in your relationship. But for me and my relationship, I would say quality time is better than quantity of time. Because, it's just always been like that for us. We've always dealt with not having a lot of time, or, Terrence going out of town, and just being able to steal away a couple hours and make the most out of those hours have always worked for us. So whether you have 8 hours or you have 1 hour, the key thing is to make the most out of the time that you have with your spouse, and to really take time out to spend with that person, even if it's just 30 minutes of your day at the end of your day, to just connect with one another. Because a lot of times what will end up happening is if you don't take that time to stay revived and renewed in your relationship, you'll wonder somewhere down the road, where did this, how did this happen, or where did we grow apart? It's because we put too much emphasis on not having enough time versus making the most out of our time. And I would say that's the key thing, is make the most out of your time that you have with your spouse, and everything else will be added up. So I wanted to do this post because I was thinking about that. I know yesterday, I wrote a post about, or I did a video about one of my a marriage testimony. Don't miss your seed. Don't miss your blessing because it's in seed form. And that led me to, hey, let me do another marriage testimony or marriage talk. And so until next time, enjoy your life, enjoy your spouse, and make the most out of the time that the two of you have together. See you soon. Bye.